My dear brothers and sisters, you've actually heard, or maybe at times you've heard that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is the fastest growing church in the world. And that is actually true, very, very true, because in Africa personally, and I can see from our region, that the church is really growing very fast. It's really, really growing very fast. And right now, the measure at which temples that are being built, actually, we are having quite a number of temples that are actually being built. And I came across this insight that can be able actually to explain to you what the church exactly is doing in Africa. And the church is really growing very, very fast in Africa. And for those who do not know what the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is all about, okay, and you are not aware if the church is actually in Africa. This is just a snippet overview of what you can see about the church and how the church is really doing in Africa. Please join with me so that we can actually listen to this documentary. Welcome.
Russia Democratic Republic of the Congo Temple is the most recent example of the steady and impressive rise of the church in this exotic land. The exponential growth of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Africa is nothing short of astounding.
I never in my life imagined that I would be living away from home and and serving in the capacity in which I'm serving now.
Even to those who understand best the culture and complexity of this vast region of the globe, whether they are leaders and converts living and serving in Africa, or those who have come to Salt Lake City, like Elder Joseph W. Satati and Elder Edward Dubé, both of the 70 who helped guide the affairs of the church in the land that seems closer than ever and bigger than before. Take Mozambique, for example. Just 1 year ago, the country's first stake was created in the city of Maputo and attended by more than 1,200 people. A stake is a grouping of congregations by location, and then another stake in the nearby community of Beta.
Everyone was there. They wanted to see what a stake is, what it means to be created as a stake. So it was very spectacular.
In 2013, when I served in the Africa West Area Presidency, we had over 21,000 baptisms in the area.
To get a big picture of what's happening for the church in Africa, consider this. Some 30 years ago, there were 137 separate congregations and about 22,000 members. Today, there are more than 1,600 congregations. That's 11 times more wards and branches than in 1985. And in the same time frame, membership has soared 20 times over to more than 500,000 people.
We really are a family people. You would find that whatever we have, whatever little we have, we share. So when the church talks of family, people easily identify themselves with family cultures, family values.
Because, again, of their meager circumstances, Africans are people who have grown up helping each other. And so the call to serve is something that is welcome, for most people.
In the northwest region of the continent to Accra, Ghana, there is a flourishing youth movement embracing the faith through its programs.
Everybody's happy and smiling, and we're coming here to learn, and the gospel fills us with so much joy, so it's worth it in the end.
Their faith shows. The people of Ghana have a temple to call their own in the capital city of Accra, joined by additional operating temples in Nigeria and South Africa, while other temples will soon follow in the Ivory Coast, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Durban, South Africa. But adjacent to the grounds of the Accra, Ghana Temple, a unique and telling sight. An expansive, soon-to-be-completed missionary training center that will house some 350 missionaries destined for the mission field in the nations of Africa, many of which are expanding at a dramatic rate.
The median age in most countries in sub-Saharan Africa is 20 years. The population of Africa is growing so rapidly that it is estimated that within the next 50 years it will double. So can you just see the opportunity here? For the growth of the church.
But the growth is carefully followed so that each person has a place of value in the church.
As we look to the future, this controlled growth will enable the church to grow in a way that if that had not happened, the numbers would be much higher than we have today, but I think the church would be much weaker.
I really feel this is Africa's time. The Lord's hand is in the continent. I'm just amazed when I look at our Savior Jesus Christ, the love which he has for all his children.
Yes, so that is what we can see. Actually, the Lord is doing marvelous. The Lord is doing wonders in this part of the world. Africa is actually growing very fast. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it's actually growing very fast in Africa, very, very fast. A lot of people are actually accepting the gospel, and there are some of the principles you can see. It is actually, it goes hand in hand with some of their cultures, just like the way you've seen Elder Sitati explaining that in an African traditional form is that we are people that are raised in helping a community. Okay, we've been actually growing, helping the community, and when the church comes and speaks of families, it really resonates with their with their indigenous lives, because that is how African traditions are. They are actually brought up in a family center, family setup, and the family is not only nuclear but also extended. With all the aunties, relatives, and all that. So that is one thing, and we've seen, and I personally am seeing what exactly the Lord is doing in ensuring that the church grows very fast, and people are really receiving the gospel. And at times when you listen to their testimonies, it's really, really uplifting, very, very much uplifting, and I thank God for that. That at this time and in this season, that the gospel is really sweeping the entire continent. And we are very, very much grateful for that. Otherwise, thank you very much, brothers and sisters. And looking forward even to see you next time. And please, for those that have not subscribed, I really, really, really plead with you. Please make sure you subscribe as we strive forth even to share these glad tidings. And I really appreciate all of you who've subscribed and all of you who are actually showing us support. Otherwise, thank you very much and God bless you.